we haven't filmed in forever. I'm sure we'll talk about that maybe if this actually becomes a video. But it is Friday and it is 12:35. I am heating up a Marie Callender lasagna for lunch, even though I meal prepped us barbecue chicken and broccoli for lunches, and I ate that religiously all week, but I just don't want it today. So I'm making that. At least I'm still eating food here at home. We have a lot to update you on. A lot has happened, but I have a doctor's appointment today at 2, so hopefully I'll get some more information that we can update you on. But I'm excited to actually see if we clip this weekend. We don't have anything planned. Oh, that's not true. Oh, God, I'm so awful. We have our nephew's birthday, which I'm pretty excited about. I'm excited for the food, too. Listen to me. No, he's excited. He had his birthday announced on the radio today, and Sheena, my sister-in-law, sent us a photo that her teacher sent her of him at school, and he's all happy and excited for his birthday, so it'll be fun. It'll be a good time. But we have that planned tomorrow. I don't know if we'll get clips with it because we'll be with family. But yeah, if that's it, that's all we have planned. So we'll see what this even amounts to, if anything. Just waiting to be seen. Shopping trip to Sam's. We're at Sam's. Oh, this is our cart. Oh, I'm getting goodies. Heyo. So I just finished my Sam's run. I'm still in the parking lot. It's my very first shopping trip all by myself. And I loaded the cart, unloaded the cart, and Sam's is a bulk store. So I'm really proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. I'm going to head right over to Target and I'm getting myself my mango dragon fruit drink because I want it. Yeah. Woohoo! And here it is. Yay! So good. My favorite. Hey, weekenders!
I'm back.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said it like that. It's weird.
I don't know. Shane's home.
I was going to clip because she told me she was recording and I was going to do it after work and I totally forgot. Because I drove home and then I got here and then we watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I will set it wrong. It was the last episode. It was really good. I highly suggest it if you like Marvel stuff.
What's really good?
I'm going to be one of those people I hate. Stick with the first 3 episodes and then it gets great.
Oh. Yeah, it did get better and you're like closer towards
it. All pays off. Just know it all pays off.
It does. It did get better. It wasn't bad though, the first few episodes.
No.
Just
did you tell them about
I didn't update them, no.
Okay. So another reason here, do you need me to hold it?
Sure.
Well, I wasn't sure if your arm was getting tired.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I'm
so
super fit.
The reasons why the first couple episodes didn't seem right to us is we had COVID.
Oh yeah, I told them we would update them.
So the first week that came out was
before March 15th is when you start getting symptoms.
Yeah, so that Friday before.
Because March 15th was a Monday,
yeah.
and I didn't have symptoms and I worked.
And then the show started that Friday then. And yeah, so we were just not with it completely.
Yeah, because then I got symptoms Tuesday.
Yes, but we will talk more about that later because I'm hungry.
There's some of the update.
Yeah.
Surprise!
I mean, you're going to watch the whole video anyways, right?
Yeah. Some of the stuff I probably said in it makes sense now because I was like, I went to the grocery store by myself.
Yeah, it all makes sense towards the end of the video. But yeah, we're going to watch more TV probably tonight.
Yeah, we have dinner in the oven. I guess I'll get a clip of that later when it's done.
Do we have wrapping paper?
I thought of that too, like birthday wrapping paper. Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to look. We might be making a really quick trip to Wise to pick up some cleaning things, goldfish, and wrapping paper. I don't know.
Do they have wrapping paper?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just not a big selection.
All right.
Like
so I'm going to end this clip because this is probably nothing towards you guys.
Yeah. All right, weekenders. So it's now 8:54 and Shane and I are so tired. I don't know about him, but 8:54 feels like it's freaking midnight. I'm so tired. My eyes are watery. I took my makeup off. Although, gosh, apparently I didn't get that eye very well. Anyways, yeah. We're coming back to bed. I brought a snack, beef jerky, and a drink because we're going to put She's All That on the TV. I'm pretty excited. I could watch that movie all the time. It's such a good one. And then I think we're going to go to sleep. Yeah. Have a good night. Morning, weekenders. So it's Saturday. It's 8:15. I've been up since like 7:30, which is crazy for me anyways. I know Shane's been up way earlier than that because of my snoring, but for me, 7:30 is ridiculously early. I feel like I struggle to wake up by 8:15 during the weekdays, let alone 7:30 when I need to be up around 7. Oh man, makes no sense. My body makes no sense. Anyways, I'm making a Jimmy Dean for breakfast. Not really much happening this morning. I gotta wrap our nephew's birthday gift. I gotta see if we have birthday wrapping paper. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. And now we're taking a walk. This is my first walk. I think I'm doing pretty well. What do you think, babe? Mm-hmm. Okay. Maybe I'll get some shots of what our walk looks like. Here it is. This is where we walk. I wanted to get both my babies. Look. Oh, I don't know how to. There it is. Both my babies. Hey. Yeah, stand with mama.
So my first clip back, guys. Oh, you weren't in the shot. Okay, so we are now going to my nephew's birthday. Did you mention it yesterday that we had it?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I was like, we have nothing planned this week, and then I felt like an awful aunt, and I was like, not true.
Yeah, he's 7. Yes, 7 today. Exactly today. So, yeah, we're going to go over and celebrate. It's just a small get-together, and I forget what's on the menu. It's stuff he likes. So it's like...
hot dogs, mac and cheese.
Okay. Oh, that's what I had. Oh, okay. So, yeah, we will... I don't know if I'll put any clips of, because we're not singing happy birthday to him because he doesn't like it. I don't know if I'll put any clips of the party, but we'll definitely check in after.
Hey, weekenders. So it is 10:23.
It's like 10:30.
We look, I don't know, our eyes look really puffy. We were at a fire, so that might be why. And we're tired. Yeah. So the party was great. Food was great. But we're ready for bed. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go to bed. Look at my babies. It's Sunday morning. My babies. Okay, you're so cute. Love you. Hello, weekenders. So it's Sunday. I woke up actually later than I have ever. I woke up at 8:30 and I was like, no, it's my last day of sleeping. So I went back to bed and then I woke up at 10. I don't even remember the last time I woke up at 10. Slept until 10. I don't know. Anyways, it was nice. Now it's noon, a little past noon, and I'm going to eat lunch and breakfast. I made a Jimmy Dean sausage and egg croissant. But I've been cleaning. I woke up and I was like, since we've been sick, I have just had no energy. So our house is literally just super disgusting. So I'm cleaning it. I got the dusting done, which it's my number one hate dusting. I got the litters done. That's exciting. And the carpeted rooms, I have the carpet odorizer on them. It's just sitting there. And after I'm done eating, I will vacuum them. Yeah, that's where we're at. Shane has been fixing the lawnmower, maybe something like that. I don't know. He's been outside. Burning. He has been burning garbage because we're behind on that too. And I think he's going to mow, which I would love to weed, but our weeding gloves have a hole and I'm not, I hate dirty nails. I hate them. I can't do it. So I will weed when I get new gloves, which I don't know when that will be because I never go to Lowe's and I never go to El House, which is a local hardware store. But I will finish cleaning the inside of the house today. Oh, and I have to meal prep, so you guys will see me do that later. Okay, I just got done meal prepping lunches. We're having meatballs, marinara sauce, cheese on top, and then mixed veggies. And for the fruit, we're just doing applesauce. So I need to get that in a cup for tomorrow.
So, we alluded to it in this video, so we're going to have a sit-down discussion of what happened to us. We got COVID. I was the first person to have it. I got it from work. I forget the dates. Friday.
It was before the 15th. That was a Monday, 14th, 13th, 12th.
The 12th. It was towards the end of the day at work, and I just felt like something was off. I came home. I told us, I was like, I'm sick. I'm going to stay in the bedroom because I was achy and I just didn't want to do anything.
Yeah.
And so I stayed in the bedroom. She stayed out here. And then Saturday it got worse. I got a fever. I didn't really cough, did I?
Honestly, I don't remember. I just remember you feeling sick over the weekend.
So, obviously with everything going on in the world, I decided to do the smart thing. Sent a message to my doctor, said I think I need a COVID test. I had a couple symptoms and all that stuff. I sent that Sunday night, I remember. And at 10 o'clock, I didn't hear anything from her.
Monday.
On Monday, yes, on Monday. So I called the office. She wasn't in, so I'm glad I called. And they could get me in for a test at the Fridley location, but I had to book it there. So I said, yes, I will do this. I need this test. I want to know. I just don't want, to take off work for no reason. So I took the test, came back home, which honestly, I wish I asked Alyssa to cancel her plans because I probably shouldn't have drove, but it is what it is at this point. I was fine. I was safe. I mean, obviously I'm here. Then Tuesday I wake up and somebody else had symptoms and was feeling bad.
Yeah, I got mine at 1:30 in the morning, Tuesday, Monday into Tuesday. Monday I felt fine. I worked.
So then she thought, okay, well, do I take a test because you took it? Because then at Tuesday at noon I got a call. I had COVID and I was positive. So I'd call off work for 2 weeks, and that was really all that. But just we had my sister, her parents dropped off Gatorade for us, groceries.
Yeah, I got tested Tuesday then because I had canceled out my day because since I got symptoms, I felt sick. I was losing my voice. I felt really crappy Tuesday, so I called off already. And then I called my doctor, and they were able to get me in for a test Wednesday morning, and I got my results, and I was positive.
So we just, kept it chill, I guess. Watched everything on Netflix and
Marvel movies,
Hulu, HBO, everything, every streaming service we have. We watched everything we wanted to watch.
Yeah.
Then Saturday night, Alyssa felt worse, and she said, I need to go to the ER. So I took her to the ER, and I stayed there because I wasn't sure if they were going to, allow her to come back.
Number one husband award for the year.
That and the car had no gas. I didn't want to go to Sheetz because I didn't have gloves so I could, safely get gas. I sat in the cold.
And it was hours.
Yeah, it was. I took her in at 9. She didn't get out until after midnight.
Yeah.
Maybe it was even before 9. Maybe 7 or 8, I think.
Yeah, I want to say 7.
So it was a long time to sit there.
While being sick. He was sick himself.
Yeah, with COVID, in this, cold, which with little gas, I barely turned the car on and off. Luckily, she had blankets in the back, so I had a blanket on me, so I kept somewhat warm. But yes, I was she was getting out, and I texted her. I said, "Can you just get me water? I need water." And she's like, "Yeah, sure." So she got me that. Came home.
Yeah.
And is that when we got the oximeter?
Yeah, I wasn't admitted, so I have asthma. So right when I called my doctor on Tuesday about how he tested positive, she's like, "We can assume you're positive, but we're gonna get you a test because of work as well." And I have asthma, so she's like, "We're just gonna put you on a steroid right now." So they put me on prednisone, and then Saturday, so we went to the ER. They put me on a more intense steroid. I forget what it's called. I think it starts with a D. They're like, "We'll give you a more intense steroid, and we want you to get an oximeter for your finger. And if your oxygen drops below 90, you need to come back." So that's all that happened at the hospital.
And then Saturday, not fine, but Sunday stayed the same. Monday stayed the same. Tuesday, it got worse. I
for you.
Was on the couch. I didn't want anything. I didn't even want the medicine to even do the flu. I just was over everything at that point. Alyssa called the doctor and my doctor, and they said, "You need to take him to the ER now."
Didn't he whine?
Oh yeah,
his doctor could hear him on the phone, and she was like, "I know."
It wasn't my doctor. This was my doctor's office.
The nurse, the nurse or whatever.
But I went, and she just dropped me off. She left.
Because I knew he was going to get admitted. I was telling him the day before, I was like, maybe we need to take you to the ER. And he'd be like, no. So when the doctor was like, yeah, he needs to go, I was like, he's getting admitted. So he's not coming back. I mean, obviously I would have picked you up if you were, but...
Which, you'd think Tuesday at... I think I went during the day, like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
It would be dead. No. There was like a line to even get checked in. Then I felt like I was dehydrated because I would say I wasn't drinking anything here. And
eating.
They wouldn't give me anything until they ran tests. So like I have to keep a mask on, have to do this, and then they finally put me on a breathing tube, and it was just this whole thing.
Like a breathing tube?
Isn't that what that thing is when you put that in the nose?
I think a breathing tube, like a ventilator tube.
Oh no, like okay.
I got oxygen.
I got oxygen in my nose. Sorry.
None of us got ventilators.
No. And luckily my doctor from the residency center was the doctor that was in the hospital that week, so she stayed with me all week. And yeah, I just had a really bad experience in the ER. The guy was really mean because he said, you don't need to wear the mask if anyone's not in here, but you need to have it on now. And he didn't do anything. So it was just hard to breathe because I was dehydrated and I couldn't breathe to begin with. So yeah, there was that. And then finally they told me I was being admitted. But then the thing is, I realized, I think after that point, I didn't have my glasses. Obviously, I'm wearing glasses now, but like I was so out of it before I left, I didn't even put my glasses on. So yeah, that was a fun experience. But they moved me to a room for a night, and then they moved me to a different room, which I don't know why.
Maybe you weren't on the COVID floor. Were you on?
Yeah, I was on the same floor.
Oh.
Just down a different hallway.
So maybe that wasn't the COVID hallway.
I had IVs in both hands because when they moved me, they ripped my IV out. Which was a grand dandy time.
Did that hurt?
I didn't feel it.
Oh, that's good.
So, yeah, and then I got lucky too because the only time they give me medicine was 10 and 10:30, and it was through IV.
PM.
Yeah, PM. And so I had to stay up till 10:30, and then 5 o'clock when lab came in, I had to wake up because they had to get my blood, and so it was just a great time at the hospital. How's your experience then? Because then I was in the hospital Tuesday, and then what happened with you?
Well, Tuesday I dropped him off, and my oxygen, according to the oximeter, was at 94. So I was like, okay. And since I have asthma, it's worse at night, so my oxygen would drop at night. Nighttime was like horrific. So Tuesday into Wednesday, I finally slept in the bed. I was giving him the bed because with my asthma, I had to sleep up. So I was sleeping on the recliner, but our bed rises. So I slept in the bed, and of course, I made sure I had all the medications I needed in bed with me because our temperatures were rising. So throughout the night, I'd wake up and take my temp med, but my steroid was out in the kitchen. And I woke up that morning before 8. It was before 8 a.m. And I was starting to get a temp, but I also was really struggling to breathe. And I was like, I need the steroid. I need to go get the steroid. And so I checked the oximeter and I was in the 80s, I'd say 87, which is low. But I was like, I need to get my steroid. So I literally drug myself along the walls. I couldn't even walk, and made it out for my steroid, took it, and then just hung out on the counter for a little bit, and then drug myself back to the bedroom because my mind was like, I need to go back to the bedroom because I need to take my temp med. I need to take all the medicines to make sure my temp doesn't go up. Because if it goes up, that's a nightmare. Getting a high temp with COVID is death. So I drugged myself all the way back, and I was like, I can't do this. I can't function. I can't think. And I put the oximeter on again. It dropped to 81. So I called my doctor's office because at this point it was a little past 8. And my doctor wasn't in, but the nurses were in. And I told them, I was like, my oxygen's at 81. I can't function. And I didn't have pants on at this point. She was like, anyone there to take you to the emergency room? And I was like, no, my husband's already admitted for COVID at the hospital. And she's like, okay, I'm going to call 911. Which I'm kind of happy they did, because that I didn't have to sign in or wait or anything like you. And so I just grabbed leggings that were right. I was in the bedroom and I was like, I was even like, I need to put pants on. And she's like, well, are they near you? And I was like, yeah, I can just grab them. So I grabbed the first pair on top. Of course, they were just awful. But anyways, I put them on. And I was like, I need to go out to the living room. I need to sit and unlock the door. The door's locked. And she was like, okay, well, if your oxygen drops, you need to stop and you need to sit down. I didn't really check it on the way out. I was like, I just need to get to the recliner. And then I heard the ambulance before I even made it out to the living room. I could hear them. But I made it out. I unlocked it, sat in the recliner. They came in. They checked all my stuff. They put oxygen on me. Oh, my God. That was like... Did you feel a difference when they put oxygen on you? Oh, my God. I was like, oh, oxygen. Yeah. It felt so good. And at that point, they got my oxygen back up into like the low 90s with that. They took me to the hospital. I didn't have to wait and go through all that mess that he did. They put me in a room in the ER. And that first doctor, of course, was like going through all my stuff. And they knew I was COVID positive. And then I guess the final test was me walking around without oxygen. I dropped back into the low 80s, and the nurse was like, get back in bed, you're getting admitted. So then they gave me a COVID doctor and 2 lung doctors, and I remember the COVID doctor just looked at me and he's like, how'd you get this bad? In my mind, I was just like, I don't know. I think I did actually tell him, like, what do you mean? In my mind, like, you're the doctor. What do you mean? I don't know. COVID? I don't know. But I decomped really quickly in the ER. I don't know how or why, but when I was walking around with the ER nurse, I went down to the low 80s, and then I heard respiratory come back with my blood work, and they were like, her oxygen's down to 51. So they had to put me on this big, I don't know how I wasn't put on a ventilator, because then I'm like a Google queen. I like Google everything. And I Googled that, and I was like, it said like if you hit the 60s or 70s or 60s or something, you get put on a ventilator. But I was like, well, I'm glad I wasn't, because if I was put on a ventilator, to me, that's like, okay, might as well get ready for my funeral. Like, I'm dead, because statistics for that is not good. But anyways, they put me on an oxygen thing. It wasn't the normal one. They needed to put me on a heavier one. They had to go get one because they didn't have any and they didn't have a room ready. It literally reminded me of like an air compressor in a garage, like someone's air compressor. So it looked like. I hated that mask. It was awful. It literally felt like it was putting water in, like, I don't know. It was weird. I mean, it felt good to be able to get oxygen to me, but yeah, that was Wednesday. I got there in the morning to the ER. They didn't have a room for me until like 9 o'clock at night.
I remember it taking forever.
Yeah, because I FaceTimed my sister when I got to a room. I was so exhausted too. I was so out of it. And I literally thought I was going to die. Like, that's because that COVID doctor that I first saw, like, he just looked like he had tear in his face. Like, how'd you get so bad? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I'm not a doctor. But my sister FaceTimed me, and I remember my dad too being like, I thought you were in a room at like 3 o'clock. I'm like, nope, I was in the ER still. But my experience was really good. I loved my nurses. Yeah, all my nurses were really nice. Even I don't call them helpers. I feel so bad calling them helpers.
The PCTs.
Okay, PCTs. They were really nice.
I forget what the other one was, but I
what
remember
other one?
It was PCT, and there was another acronym there too.
Oh.
LPC?
Oh, like slash.
No, like there
underneath.
was two different. Anyways,
I don't know. Yeah, but I had my steroid was up here. Because they had a difficult time. Apparently, I'm a hard person to get blood out of and not to find veins. They can find my veins, but apparently, like, my veins don't want to cooperate once they find them. So I was getting stuck every morning, multiple times. They almost called multiple times. They were like, we're going to have to call the IV team in. At one point, they were like, we might have to get your doctor to sign off so we can try to get blood out of your feet. Because, like, this isn't, like, I was bruised all over the place. But at that point, like, you're so sick. You're like, whatever. And they come, like Shane said, early in the morning. So you're like, just do whatever you need to get blood out of my body. But I had four breathing treatments throughout the day with respiratory because of my asthma. And then I had an antibiotic that was given to me, I think twice. One like earlier in the day and then one closer to nighttime. And then I was given something else too around that, like the same time. I'd have a bag that I think was the antibiotic. that was a half hour into my IV, and then right after they would hook up something else that was an hour. I'd have to lay there and I would go in for an hour. Don't remember which was what. I don't know. And then I also got an it didn't drip or anything. It was just a shot into my IV of a steroid. I think I got that 2 times throughout the day. Well, I got it at night too, because I remember the one nurse, they would come in at like 3 a.m. and give it to me. And then I think that's all I got at nighttime. When I got admitted from the ER and got a room onto the COVID floor, they gave me experimental drugs, because that's what the COVID doctor who terrified me said. He's like, we usually only give these experimental drugs to worst case scenario. He's like, I don't know what else to do for you, so we're going to give you these experimental drugs. That's why he scared me. He needs to work on his wording of things to patients. So I got that. I don't know what it was. And then I also got a rheumatoid arthritis drug that they said over, this year of COVID, they found that it helps patients with their air sacs or whatever in their lungs. So I also got that right after this experimental drug. The night that I was there, they hooked me up to those and gave me those. But I liked my doctor.
I like my doctor because my doctor was my normal doctor.
Yeah, that was our experience, I guess.
My nurse's experience wasn't as good as hers. So the thing is, too, we are only 2 doors away from each other. If you left my main door and turned right, you'd have to go through another door, and then the 2 doors would be the door that separated us, and then Melissa's room. Every day since Wednesday when she got in, I asked, "Can I see my wife? Can I see my wife?" "Oh, sure, you'll see her." Well, I remember the night before I got out, Friday night, I said, "Can I see my wife?" And the nurse was like, "Yeah, we're not monsters. We won't keep you guys apart." I'm thinking, you guys did all week so far, so I don't get what the difference is now. But yeah, then I saw her 10 minutes before I left. I got discharged. I walked over to her room, and then my mom told me that she was there, so I left.
And I was hooked up to an IV when you came over, so it's not even like I could sit up or...
Yeah. But the nurses were good to me because I got my plant that my mom and sister got me. I got a e-letter that our friend sent us. Yeah. Alyssa didn't get any of her e-letters.
That's it, though.
She got her flowers, though.
Yeah, I got my flowers, and I don't think I got any cards.
No.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I would not recommend getting COVID.
No, it was the hardest experience. I literally, people, kept up with texting us because his sister then came in, I guess, into our house with a mask, gloves, Lysol, because when I got admitted Wednesday, we were we don't have our chargers, we don't have anything, and his glasses. So she came in and into our house, which was COVID infested, and she was a doll and got that stuff and brought it to us. And people were keeping up with me over my phone then, and I just kept telling people, it literally feels like I'm an infant. I wasn't allowed to get out of my bed at all for the first 3 days because my oxygen was so low. They were
that was Odin.
What is that about? That was funny. Anyways, yeah, I couldn't go to the bathroom without a nurse. And the first morning that I went to the bathroom, even with a nurse there, nightmare. It was hyperventilating, felt like I couldn't breathe. It was a whole nightmare. But then when you're in bed, I couldn't move. And then the lung doctor came in that first day too, and she's like, you want to be on your side or on your belly because your airways are on your back. So if you're on your back, that's not going to be good. They're going to close. And so in my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, I want to get out of here. I don't want to be on a ventilator. But you can't move. So literally it takes all your energy and I can't breathe. Your oxygen drops just from moving to the side. And you're hooked up to these little monitors. So if your heart rate drops or your oxygen drops, it'll beep to the nurses and they'll be coming in and being like, everything okay? Your oxygen's low.
And then I was probably rude the one day because it was Friday. I think it was Friday. Maybe Saturday. I don't know. Either day. My doctor's a resident, so she had somebody with her. And I was watching Love It or List It. And she's like, oh, I love these shows. I said, I do too, unless I had to watch them all day. Because, what else am I supposed to do other than lay there and watch TV?
She was trying to be
I know, she was trying to be nice, but I didn't mean to be that rude to her. And I feel like there was something else. So then I got home Saturday.
Lila! Come on. Stop. Our cats aren't getting along, sorry.
So I got home Saturday and just kind of out of it still. I mean, I was better. I was a lot better. I wanted out because also then too, I got some news about work when I was in the hospital. So I wanted out to go back to work, which is crazy to think, you know, you want to jump right back into work. So that's what I did. And yeah, it just was a hard transition. I just felt like I was in a fog there for a little bit, but I'm back to normal. What about you, Liz?
I don't know how you went to work. I still don't know how you did that. Yeah. I mean, like I said, he got out Saturday. I got out Monday then. Because I just think it's because my asthma. Like, I was really good during the days. There was a day where I was off oxygen most of the day. But then that night, they had to put my oxygen back up to 15 milliliter. Was that milliliter? I don't know. However they measure oxygen. Because nighttime was just so bad with my asthma. It's like, because they tell you to cough. They're like, we need you to cough because you need to cough up all the junk in your lungs. But then when you cough, your oxygen goes down. Because once you start coughing, like, game over. You're going to be coughing for, like, hours. So I would cough at night because that's when it was the worst. And, of course, all this gunk is coming up. And I just remember crying the one night while the nurses are around me. And they're like, your oxygen is dropping really low. Like, we need you to breathe. And I'm, like, pulling the oxygen thing out because I'm also blowing my nose. And blood's going everywhere. And phlegm and mucus. And it was a great sight. But I got out Saturday then because I kept my bed raised. Monday. Yeah, you got out Saturday. And I was not allowed to go back to work right away. My doctor would say the same thing to me. Every time he came in, I was like, when's my discharge? And he would say, I'm not going to give you a discharge date because it's better to be excited once I come in a day and say, hey, you're getting discharged, rather than give you a date and say, you can't, we thought you could, but you can't. So he would come in every day until Sunday. Every day he'd come in, he'd say, same thing. You're my youngest patient, so your body is trying to recover because you're young. But you're one of my worst patients. Your lungs are awful. Like, it's going to be a really slow progress and improvement. Every day, say the same thing. And then Sunday, he was like, you're doing good. I think we can discharge tomorrow. And I was like, woo! Yay! So excited. But I had to be off for a week from work, which, I mean, not looking back on it, I don't think I would have been able to work anyways. I literally would make something in the microwave for lunch. And then I remember the one day I then sat on the couch to eat it and I fell asleep. Like, I didn't even realize I was going to fall asleep. I just fell asleep. And then I woke up like hours later and I was like, oh, I must have fell asleep. I must have been tired.
Yeah, that just reminded me. So I went to work Monday and I came home. We watched maybe one TV show and I was like, okay, I'm ready for bed. And I slept from like 6 o'clock at night to 7 o'clock in the morning. Like, I was still recovering and stuff. Yeah. But now, like I said, I'm back to normal. Alyssa's...
I'm almost...
I want to say 85 to 90%.
Yeah, I'm doing... Like, this past weekend was a lot of wins. You guys saw them. Because I kept saying, like, oh, I went to the grocery store by myself. And we took a walk. That was my first walk. My oxygen's been really good. My doctor kind of said, like, keep doing... Like, I have a lot of follow-ups on my PCP. My last one was Friday. I have one in 2 weeks. And she said, just keep doing what you're doing with the breathing. Because I slowly was trying to wean myself off. And I haven't had any breathing treatments since Friday.
Yeah, it's been a while now.
Friday or Thursday. And my oxygen's been, like, I don't think it's fallen. I think maybe once it fell to 94. But I think that's when I took laundry down. Because that was also when I wasn't able to do really much. Any stairs. I would kind of do stairs, but not carry anything. And this weekend, I took some light laundry baskets down, and I was able to do that and bring one up. And it did drop my oxygen to 94, but that is fantastic because when I came home and did stairs for the first time when I felt like I could, not carrying anything, and I think it took me like 10 minutes to walk up the stairs, it dropped it to 92. So to be able to do that, I mean, I'm definitely doing a lot better. I guess my lungs still are inflamed. She said I have a lot of inflammation still. Because I do have somewhat of a cough and sometimes blood comes up, but not nearly as much as it was before. So she's putting me on an antibiotic to get my inflammation down. But I'm doing a lot better. Better.
Okay, so this is it for this video. I don't know if we're doing every weekend. This is kind of a surprise to me even.
Yeah.
Alyssa texted me when I was at work saying I got a few clips, and I said, for what? Not that I don't enjoy it, because, like, obviously, if you watch this video, this is all basically Alyssa's vlog. I maybe have a clip. So Alyssa definitely was the driving force for this weekend. And I think that part of the reason why I lost, like, the oomph to it is because the whole world shut down because of COVID.
Yeah.
There was nothing to do. And all we've been doing is watching TV. So it's not really exciting to pull out the camera going, oh, we just watched another episode. Oh, we just watched another episode. So maybe once, it seems like the world's starting to open back up with vaccines and stuff, which I'm on a list for, so hopefully that gets done soon.
Yeah, I'll be signed up at my doctor's once my body's fully recovered. I guess CDC recommends that you're fully recovered if you had COVID.
So yeah, not sure when you'll see another video from us, but there'll probably be one soon, I assume?
I would assume. We'll try next week.
Okay, we'll try next week.
Cool. Yeah.
If not, don't hold us to the fire.
Stay safe.
If you want to be notified when we post a video, click the subscribe button and click the bell, and then you'll know every time we upload. So even if it's not every week, you still get a notification. How awesome is that?
We'll try harder.
Yes. And we will see you in the next video.